All right, thanks very much for taking the time to look at this. So it is fairly simple. These are the grips that came with the gun. They're plastic and not so great, and so I wanted to replace them with wood grips, kind of like that. So I'll take the old grip off, and the new grip fits. Everything fits perfectly except not flush, because these little bumps right there are probably raised a little bit higher than the real 1911. And so the holes here are the exact shape. They just need to be a tiny bit deeper. I'm gonna guess overall depth probably 1.5 millimeters. So just another millimeter, if that, maybe even just half a millimeter deeper, and that would fit flush. The other problem is the screw that would need to go in, and I could file or sand on the inside or drill a little bit, but my concern with that is the screw kind of sits, I don't want to say loose, but the hole for it is maybe a little bit wider on the top than it needs to be. And so the top side, that little ridge there needs to be in just a little bit more. The circle shape could be in a little tiny bit more. As for the bottom, that's fine. The actual shape is fine. The depth just needs to be a tiny bit more, half a millimeter, maybe 1 millimeter. Again, I could do that with a drill, but I didn't want to ruin really nice wood grips. So having them just made with the cut holes with the proper tools might be better. And so that kind of sits, it's okay. But if it were just a tiny bit tighter around there, just the tiniest bit, and then comparing these with the grips that it came with, you can see that the hole here is just a little bit smaller because the actual screw, the thread area, is relatively small, and the head of it is relatively small. And so the size of the underneath is the same. The hole there, and the hole there, but the depth of it is a little bit more of a depth, just a little bit, and then the center hole is a little thinner. So that's really the only difference. Everything else fits perfectly, looks great. It just needs to have